Welcome to the very first question of the week video. In these videos, the mods of the Friends with No Friends Discord server discuss questions on friendships, loneliness, etc. Our first question is: what makes someone feel lonely? My first thought about this is that it has nothing to do with the amount of people in a room. You can feel lonely in a crowd, and you can feel connected while home alone. So what makes it that has someone feeling lonely? Is it a lack of connection or similarities between people?
For me, loneliness comes when I don't feel understood by anyone. So even when there are people around and they don't understand my basic self and we don't connect, it makes me feel lonely. Which is something that comes both from within me and the other person. Not feeling understood doesn't mean not being understood. It's connected to insecurity and connectionlessness. The further someone drifts into those feelings, the shell of loneliness, the harder it is to get out of it and connect to someone again.
Loneliness to me is when you don't feel like you share anything in common with those around you, such as interests, goals, values, and when there feels like a barrier between you and others that prevent a natural flow in communication. Maybe you're just in a different mental state than those around you, and you feel like others will have a hard time understanding you. Or you don't feel like being vulnerable about difficulties you're going through, which further isolates you, making you feel more lonely.
Could not feeling understood be fixed by explaining your inner thoughts and feelings more extensively so the other person can understand you? And would that help create a connection? Maybe finding an interest of someone else and looking into it to try and understand or appreciate it could lead to a stronger connection.
I'd answer yes to those questions.
Say you were surrounded by people whom you didn't want to open up to or take an active interest in. Would you still be lonely?
From what I have read in the Questions of the Week channel, I want to also say that negative feelings, like loneliness, are a part of life and everyone feels them from time to time. Which, in my opinion, is totally normal. You cannot feel good always. As long as a feeling is overall positive and loneliness just sometimes creeps in, it's just normal. No one is perfect, no one's feelings are perfect.
I think that's an important point to make. Life comes in a wave motion, so it's best not to focus too much on the times when you're not feeling your best. There will be better times. I think society, more specifically social media, can make people feel like they shouldn't be feeling anything but positive emotions. But the negative ones can be just as useful. As a matter of fact, people who are not completely satisfied with their life and circumstances are more likely to strive for something better, and then progress. So it can help improve you as a person. There's a reason why the stereotype exists of the depressed poet and the struggling artist. Strong emotions can be motivators. Which is not to say that you should just accept it if you are feeling mostly negative emotions. There has to be a balance. If there's a tendency toward feeling mostly negative, it might be time to go seek a therapist.